In Wise County, I was born and raised at the playground is where I spent most of my days shooting some b-ball outside of the school and a couple of guys that were up to no good. I don't know the words. I'm going to make them up. But I'm here to do an art tutorial for you. I'm going to draw and so are you. We're going to draw something that's real cool. I can't. So guess what today's tutorial is about? I hope you don't know. I think you'll figure it out. It's about something cool and something neat. It comes from something I call the street. What we're gonna do is gonna color here. We got some kids in the neighborhood watching over there. They're watching me, they're laughing, I don't know what to do. But I'm gonna continue to sing to you. We're gonna color, we're gonna draw, and then I'm gonna see what y'all do together. On my page, we're gonna put together It's the Greatest Rage. Yeah. Well, here's take 4. I'm trying to more because take 3 didn't work. As you'll see, I didn't press a chord, so I made myself a fool. But I'm gonna do it again just for you. I'm cool, I'm hip, and so are you. Together we're gonna draw something too. It's urban, it's fresh, it's light, it's neat. It comes from the urban, it comes from the street. Urban street art is what we're gonna do. It's not graffiti, that's not cool. We aren't gonna do things that break the law. We're gonna do something for all y'all. Yeah. Today we're going to make some urban art. That's right, urban street art. We're going to go hip-hop style on this one. It's going to be fun. It's going to be cool. Now there's 2 versions. One, there's a simple version for the younger students. We're just going to focus on a little robotic cat head. Number 2, it's a whole thing that could go on a wall as an art piece. So, a mural, if you will. So, we're going to do that. We're going to get to it, and I hope you have a good time. If you have any questions, slow the video down and we will see how it goes. And thank you for tolerating my raps, or lack thereof. We are getting ready to do some simplified urban art for younger ages, maybe kindergarten through 3rd grade. There is also a challenge lesson that you can find on my YouTube channel. It is also urban art, but it is a more advanced level for probably 4th grade through 8th grade, depending on how challenging you want to take it. So anyone who's up for it, feel free to try that one as well. But right now we're going to go for a simplified version. And we're going to make a very bright and colorful robotic cat. Actually, we're just going to focus on his face. So, this is what we're going to do first. Grab our pencils. And we are going to use this area right here. And I'm going to start with making a line that is actually slightly arced. It's a little bit of a curve. Okay. And on the left side, I'm going to do the same thing so I can make a somewhat rectangular yet curved face. Now remember, it's okay to move your pages around. I'm going to flip it over. It's much easier when you rotate your page. I'm going to do this and flip it over and do another arc right here. And then one final arc down here. There we go. Okay. Oops, knocked my markers off there. So here we have a simplified robotic type face. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to add some very pointy triangular ears for my robot cat. Okay, there's 2 of those. And remember, you can pause the video, fast forward, slow it down, rewind, however you like to. If you get lost, and in here we're just going to draw a little rectangle here and a little rectangle there. Okay, so we have his ears, and I'm going to come over here to this side, and I'm going to make a big eye on this side. I'm going to space it out so there's a big eye over here as well. Inside these 2 big circles, I'm going to draw into smaller circles. So he's kind of like, wow, he's got that surprised look on his face. Okay. And here I'm going to add another arc for his nose, and I'm going to bring it down in a triangular shape. I'm going to pull a line down here to make his mouth, and it's just going to be pulled all the way over here with a tiny little smirk. And I'm going to come right here, and I'm going to pull this down. I'm going to go there. Perfect. Now, every robot needs an antenna, so that is where we're going to go, right here. And we're going to add that. I'm going to arc it right there, and I'm going to add a little sphere on top and some lines. So it looks like he's transmitting some kind of information in a very robot way. Now, what does every cat need? Whiskers. Nice, straight, sharp, robotic whiskers on this guy. And to make it more like metal, we're going to add little bolts along the side of his face so he looks more robotic. There we go. Easy fix here. This is a fun little exercise for older kids too. It's just a more simplified version than the other one. So we'll come down here and we're going to make a slight rectangular neck with an arc there. And we're going to make a smaller one, same, but just shorter here. And we're going to do one more right here. And that will be our little kitty cat's head. And I'm going to add a slight shape for a body. There we go. And you can add some bolts there as well. All right. Now, what we can do next is we can begin to color. Now, as usual, I'll put it on hyperlapse, and you can color it in any way that you like. But remember, urban art is very colorful, very bright. I'm going to show you some techniques that we use to make it even brighter. Okay, so before we start with the markers, we're going to take our Sharpies and we're going to outline all of these lines here. Make it nice and bold. All around it. Okay. And I'm going to do that in hyperlapse so you guys can watch as I do that, and I'll pause and explain how we make it more urban looking in a moment. Okay, so one may ask, how does this look like urban art? How do we make it look like urban street art? That comes in the bold lines, the cartoony and welcoming fun effect, and a lot of use of colors. So if you're walking down a street in a city known as a concrete jungle, where there's nothing but buildings and gray sidewalks and concrete pavement roads and buildings, and you walk upon a big wall with a bright, colorful, smiling robot kitty, then I think it will brighten your day a little bit. So what we do here is we take bold lines, like we have here, and we grab a bright and vibrant color. You can use any color that you like to begin with. I like to usually start with something like an orange, something light and colorful. And what I do here is I simply make a thick border along the outside of my kitty. So I just pull it down and I curve it in and pull it down and curve it in. And I'm going along the perimeter. What is the perimeter? Along the outside of my kitty, of my drawing. We've talked about perimeters in class before, especially when we sit around the rug and we decide to start from there. I don't know if you can hear that piano in the background. That's my son practicing. There we go. And we just continue along the edge with one uniform color. But note that it's kind of bold and bright, and a key component is its thickness. Okay, there we have it. I'm going to even go around this, I think. Okay. All right. And what we're going to do now is this is how we make it more street urban art looking. We grab a second color. It's very different than the first. I think I'll go with the yellow. It's not too different, but it does add a nice little dynamic here. And you go along this side and you let it touch. So it's almost like making a rainbow drawing. So rather than bore you with me constantly doing this, I am going to switch to hyperlapse and continue coloring the cat. All right, and there you have it. A urban street style robot kitty. Now imagine walking down the street and boom, you got this plastered on the side of the wall. I'm pretty sure you would want to either take a picture with it, take a picture of it, or just smile and it would bring you some joy. So this is how we got it. Real cute, simplistic. Again, if you want to have a challenge, you can try to do this piece of work, which is also on the YouTube channel for the higher grades. See the little robot kitty there? Or you can just stick with this cute little fella. So either way, you have two projects to choose from, or you can even try both. But both are bright, vibrant, and urban street art. So hopefully you enjoyed this little tutorial, and we will see you again next week. Talk to you later. Peace.